Hi everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and yeah, we're gonna actually try something different today. We're gonna play Mono Blue Devotion in Pioneer. So yeah, those are words that we haven't really uttered in this channel before. Alright, well, this isn't really a Merfolk deck, but it does play a lot of the Merfolk cards in it. Like, we're still playing with Master of Waves and Harbinger and Trickster. So we also have, some of the not technically merfolk, but other merfolk staples, Mutavault, Brazen Borrower, Thassa, and Smuggler's Copter, which those are all played in the merfolk deck, so like it's sort of like merfolk, but it's actually kind of different. So one of the biggest differences is that this deck its plan is to play as many blue devotion pips as possible. So you have stuff like Tempest Djinn, which you would not play in Merfolk, but it's really good because it has 3 devotion on it, and it's a really big, scary flying threat. And you want to play all 4 Thassas and Master of Waves, so you get maximum devotion benefits here. Yeah, and the because of that, we don't have Aether Vials here, so we have to just play like a bunch of lands in this deck. This is actually currently what Stoneheart is playing. He designed the top 4 mono blue devotion list, so I checked, and this is what he has at the moment. So I think we're just gonna roll with this. So yeah, Tidebinder Mage in the sideboard in case we come up against like the red or green decks. Yeah, it's fine. So I don't really know much about this format at all, except that there's a lot of really weird and strange, but also very powerful decks out at the moment. So I don't know. We're just gonna see how this goes. Yeah, there's 4 Quench in the main deck. It's not quite Mana Leak, but it's probably good enough. Yeah, Spell Pierce and Mystic Dispute in the sideboards. Jace, Architect of Thought. If this deck needs to become more controlling, this is fine, but this is also an answer to the Copycat deck, because when you +1 it, the Felidar Guardian combo does not do anything, so they have to actually get rid of this before they can do anything. So alright, I guess, yeah, let's just do this and see how it goes, and then we'll figure out if there's any change we want to make to it. Alright. I'm excited. I know nothing about this format. I'm sure I will get blown out by cards that I was not prepared for, but you know what? We'll just see how it is. Like, this deck obviously is very strong because it top 4'd the Pioneer Challenge. And Stoneheart definitely knows what he's doing building this, so I trust his decision making. I mean, there are definitely things that I might want to do differently just looking at it, but as of right now, like, since I have nowhere to start from, this is where I choose to start it. Defer to their expertise. Congrats to Fnatic though for the finish, and yeah, definitely congrats to Stoneheart for building it. So, tag team Merfolk champions. Alright, let's do this. I have no idea what good hands even look like. I do know, however, that this is a on the play deck. Yeah, this hand looks fine. We'll probably do this and then hold up these 2 on turn 2. And hopefully draw another island to drop this. Pass. Once upon a time. Okay. Rogue Refiner. Is this an energy deck? Okay. This might be Marvel. Are we gonna fucking see turn 2 Oko in this format too? I guess we're gonna attack just to see if they're willing to block. Yeah, okay. You called our bluff. Yeah, itchy. If they don't do anything, I might just bounce something for the hell of it. I don't know, that's tempting. I could also, because yeah, like this has flashlight. It's not like it does much good in our hand. Rogue Refiner, I'm gonna quench that. Let's just not let them... It's worth a card and a bunch of energy, so just nah. There we go. Sorry. Play their Jin. I mean, there's an argument that maybe to hold this up, but I think next turn... Yeah, that's fine. Whatever they play, I'm just going to bounce it and then just attack with this. Oko. Then they can't actually play Oko this turn. Heart of Kieran. Interesting. There was an argument to play this Mutavault. I think this is a 4/4 is a little bit better. Alright, so next turn they're probably going to play Oko, so how do we defeat that? I don't think bouncing this just yet is a good plan. I think what we want to do is let's just attack, and we'll just cast these two cards in their turn. If they cast Oko and Elk this thing, then maybe we'll just, yeah, we might just I don't know, we have a ton of options here, I think. Interesting. But I don't think any of them are particularly good for them, because we can always trickster this down if they ever try to crow it. Ooh. Nope, you need green for that. If they want to Oko this, that's fine, actually. Okay. Actually, I guess I could have countered that. So I guess, let's see, options are, if I bounce the, I can bounce the Heart of Karen and tap this down and just kill Oko. That seems like that might be worth doing. Alright. Yeah, let's just bounce this and put them further behind. Yes. Okay. They don't really have a good way to crew that right now. Unless they have another Oko. Why would they not have another one? That's a fantastic question. Yeah. Okay, well, so this Heart of Karen can just eat one of these creatures, unfortunately. What are we attacking him for? He can't actually make a food. That's 3, 6, 10. No, but he can still block with this, right? Maybe that's okay. Like, no, because then he's going to gain 6 life on his turn. Ugh, man, I think we have to kill Oko. That sucks. I don't really want to. They're so close to dead. Like, I think if we would have drawn, like, Trickster here, we could have actually just killed this thing. Or we could have tapped it if they went to it and then just killed them, right? Because we actually have 13 damage in board, but they have the Heart of Kirin that can block by removing a loyalty counter from this. So what happens is, like, they can block this, yeah, and then they go to, they can just take 10, go to 3, but then they'll be at 9 next turn, and they can still just continue to do this. It's not good. Alright, I think we have to kill this fucker while we have the chance. So, minimum resources to kill this thing. So if they crew this, it takes a counter off of it, so it'll be at 5. So we need to send probably, can block one thing, right? So if we send, right? Because then even if they block this with the Heart of Kirin, it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, there's no blocks here that are really... I mean, they can block this Tempest in, but then this will be fine. Alright, we'll do it like this. Yeah. So I assume they'll probably just do this because they can't... No, that doesn't save him, though. It's weird. They decided to take the damage instead. Alright. Do you have another Oko in your hand? Like, is that what's happening? No. This looks like maybe... What the fuck is this? Felidar Guardian. Oh, okay. This is like the Saheeli deck. And okay, that makes sense. They cannot crew this Heart of Kirin, though. That's worth noting. And they have Saheeli in hand, so we have to, like, actually kill them now. Yeah. Alright, well, okay, so we are playing against Saheeli. That makes sense. I don't think we have a way to win this game. That's not going to do it. They can block this, and they'll take 4, 5. This counterspell is not going to stop Saheeli because they can just play it for 3. And then just combo off, and we can't do anything about it. So there's not really any point in telling them this. Alright, well, we'll just attack. I don't know, maybe they'll forget to block, but we lose against Saheeli in game 1. Alright, well, you know what? Mystical Dispute seems like it's going to be really good in this deck. Or against this. But that's unfortunate. They just, like, top deck the combo. Alright, pass. Maybe they'll do something stupid and tap out. Like, probably not, but... Alright, we lose. They can just copy this thing and just go off with it. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. So Jace, Architect of Thought's actually really good. We need Mystical Dispute. Harbinger is not particularly good against this deck, I don't think. Copter, I think, is fine. This is also sort of fine, because we can use it to stop our things from becoming Elks if we want to. And I guess Spell Pierce is also fine against this deck, because they play lots of Planeswalkers. So what do we not want? I think we want to keep all the flying creatures. I guess it's tough. Trickster is not as good. I'm gonna say maybe Thassa makes our creatures unblockable, but it's I don't really want to be tapping out for Master Waves, but it also just represents a way to win the game. It's hard to say. How do we do this? I have to cut something else if I want to keep all the counter spells. Alright, maybe we'll just do it like this. Yes, I want to be on the play. Yeah, this is a fine hand. We can curve out pretty easily with this, getting Copter online and also having Dispute if we need. If they play the Goose on turn 1, then we might not play Copter right away. We might just hold up Dispute. They mulled to 6, that's a good sign. This is nice because the Storm Tamer can crew the Copter. Yeah. It's a creature or land. A Reflector Mage, interesting. Llanowar Elves, okay, so we are not tapping out next turn. Nope, we're just going to play another Storm Tamer. Yeah, if they try to jam Saheeli, we can just dispute it. Or that. That's fine to kill too. So let's see. I guess Copter. Let's do that. Because this will let us trade cards to dig for counterspells. So I really want to find more counterspells quickly. Reflector Mage does not do very much here either, because even if they bounce us with Reflector Mage, we can still just loot it away to Copter if we want. So, to Fairy, that also doesn't really do anything. I mean, I guess. I don't think I really need Master Waves here. They're just going to jam Reflector Mage. That doesn't really do anything right now. Okay. We're just gonna hard cast Brazen Borrower, I think. I don't really think I need this either. I can just replay this and hold up more counterspells next turn. Our hand is looking pretty good right now. We can double counterspell right at the moment. Like, playing Teferi doesn't really do very much for them. So, choices are, if I want to counter this, I think I probably do want to counter it, though. Yeah, they have to spend 3, like, so that's fine. This is not a race that they're winning. Oh, that's actually pretty good, too. So I can play Siren Storm Tamer here. Sure, I don't need the island. Alright, and they are facing lethal next turn. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Because they tap out, I'm just going to Spell Pierce it. Yeah, okay. So you know what I noticed? Like, Master of Waves did not seem like that was the kind of card that we really wanted to be slamming here. Yeah, I think we really just want to, like, hold up as many interactive things as possible. Maybe Thassa's a little bit better. I don't know. It's possible we also want, like... They have Llanowar Elves and stuff. Maybe Tidebinder Mage is fine. Because this also helps to crew the Copter, so... You can do it like this. I just want to keep the curve nice and low. Tempest Djinn is fine because it attacks for a lot and it has flying. His hand is not, like, amazingly good. They kept 7 cards in hand. The Storm Tamer's okay, but, like, this doesn't do a whole lot, and I don't know, I'm going to mulligan it. This looks better. I'll put this... I think we're going to put Djinn on the bottom. It's hard to know, like, what to mulligan with this deck, having never played it, so... Yeah. Pass. So no matter what, like, if they try to play, like, some stupid Planeswalker, we have 2 counter spells for it, so... Get wrecked. Yeah. Reflector Mage, that's fine. So what are you doing here? More mana dorks. Yep. Pass. If they don't do anything, then I might just bounce this at the end of turn. Alright, well. Take it. Okay. Goose is loose, I guess. Is that all your hand is? It's just a bunch of mana dorks right now? Just threaten to play Brazen Borrower end of turn. Just holding up counterspells is a much better plan. Okay. Yeah, you can make foods, I guess that's a thing that you can do. But they're getting out of range of our counters really quickly. Like I would have to waste 2 here to do this, but I think I don't have a choice. I'm gonna use, I think, the Spell Pierce and the Quench. This card is just so dangerous. Like, I can't have them turning all these into food. Yeah, that's fine. But, yeah, like, our counter spells are very much, like, becoming not alive. This actually helps by a lot. So they can't win the game as long as this is on the table. Unless they have, like, Oko. Yeah. That's rough. Yeah, so this can attack for 2. That's effectively where they're at. That's sort of fine. So even if they elk this, that's not a big deal. And it can block this stupid food token. The cool thing is that even if they attack with a food, like this kills, that doesn't trade with it, it actually eats it. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's right, they still have the Reflector Mage. So even if I counter this, let's see, they can just pay 2 for it. Well, yeah, I think we're losing because the Okos are just too insane in this format. That's fucking terrible. Yeah, I don't think we can beat it. They can kill Jace now because they can attack for it and we can't block. I don't think there was anything else we could do. Yeah, they're all going at Jace. Alright, well, that still doesn't actually do anything, though. Alright. How do I get out of this here? I can't play that. I have to play, like... Oh, it's terrible. None of these are winning options. I guess Dasa? Because maybe we can somehow turn her into a creature. They don't have a counter, but... I guess we have to start scrying. They're attacking us for like, what, 11, 12 damage this turn. Like, I think we're just going to lose to this. Like, their stupid combo be damned. Like, this deck is terrible. Shit. Alright, we're dead. Fuck it. we cannot come back from this, unfortunately. Like, I don't think so, so that sucks. Yeah, they had, like, the thing we lost to was when they had, like, multiple Okos, and they had too many mana dorks. Like, I guess the counterspell suite just is not designed to really handle that. I don't know, that's rough. I don't have a good plan for how to beat that. Maybe there's a way to configure it to do that. I don't know. Tidebinder might be better. Alright, let's see what we got. This is really terrible, Mulligan. This is like the same hand, but slightly better. I guess we want to keep one copter. Alright. Alright, we up against like Burn. Yeah, this is not a card I'm excited to see in this format. The Burn deck is very, very good. It's like almost modern Burn, basically. I guess we're just gonna play Trickster. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. I do not want... this card is good for me. I don't want you to have it. I'm willing to take 2 damage this turn for that. That's sort of fine. We can play our Copter and then play Siren Storm Tamer. So now this thing can theoretically block if we want it to. And then next turn we can just use Trickster on this. Or even Mutavault can theoretically crew this if we draw a land and we can hold up Trickster. Yeah. I don't like where this is going, though, because, again, if they have, like, a burn spell, then this really does not want to be blocking. I think the safer thing to do is not to block with it. I'm guessing maybe, like, Lightning Strike. Boros Charm, okay. Alright, so 3 cards left and we're at 9. This is not undoable. If we can get Master Waves, that would be good, but we have to live long enough for that. I don't think that's going to do it. Let's get in. I need to try to draw something better than this right now, I think. Alright. Actually, okay, so there's a 3/4 that blocks this thing very well, so let's hope that that's good enough. That could have been wrong. Like I said, I'm still not familiar with this, so they have 4 lands in play, so it means they still might have lands in hand. Depends. If they attack, then that's probably a sign of strength on their part. But now we're also at a point where if we draw Master of Waves, then we can stabilize the board here. Like, this is already close to stabilizing this. I think we do have to block, though. Even if they, like, burn this, that's fine. Because we can't take any more damage. We have to just save our life total as much as possible. So I can, however, attack with Mutavault and Copter and try to race them that way. Because I have Trickster for this, assuming this thing dies. Yeah, that's rough. We also might need to hold up an island for this, so... Are we dead? Do you have Lightning Strike? Yeah, it looks like it. Eidolon. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Playing that is probably suicidal. Yeah, I think right now we can... The Siren Storm Tamer is going to do this, and we have these 2 cards to block with. Yay. That's really, really dangerous. I'm gonna say... If we play this, there's a very good chance that we cannot play any more spells. But he's not going to be able to attack either. Like, I don't know. I think I'm going to dump the Trickster. I think this just threatens to kill him, and Siren Storm Tamer protects us from 1 spell. And right now we have 11 flying damage, so I think that was correct. I think we just have to do that and hope that that's going to be enough. So they need 2 burn spells to win right now. So we can block, and then we have a counter for anything that goes at our face. I am sweating bullets right now. Yeah, because we can animate the Copter with the Mutavault and then still attack for 11. Okay, well, I can't do anything about that. That's definitely going to fuck with the math a little bit. So I guess Master of Waves would be a good draw. I could suicide the Copter into his. Has to block it. But yeah, Trickster, like, we can't cast any spell at this point, so... That still does not, I can't cast that, so... Okay, so the thing is, yeah, that's not an island, so if that was an island, then I could have just played it and I still then attack with... No, that wouldn't still have done it, alright. No, if that was an island, I think we would have won. Because then we could, yeah, he could block 5 and he'd still be taking 6, 9. I think here... We need to try to clear this so that way we can attack with these for lethal in the following turn. It does give him a potential to loot away something, but we still have Mutavault as a blocker for this, and then block, and then block. It also means, though, we're dead to, like... Smuggler's Copter. I can't cast that anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, we're still in the same position. If, like, he has to have 2 burn spells. But this also still threatens to kill him next turn by attacking with these. That was a pretty good draw for him, though, finding a second Copter. We really wanted to see Master of Waves. So it's the only spell in our deck we can actually cast right now. Discarded another Eidolon, that makes sense. But it was, I don't know, like, do you have 2 burn spells? Because, again, you're still in a position where... Well, we have to be careful. I think, really, we want to draw a basic island right now. Because if we attack with the Storm Tamer, that is commitment, and it means if he bolts our face, then we die. However, if we attack with the 2 Djinns, he goes to 1, and then we can still block. And then he can't cast spells if he goes to 1, so... Yeah, I think if these 2 are probably attacking next turn, depends when he draws. He can't cast any spell that's like, another, Swift Spear, I think. Ah, fuck! No! That's still not good for us. He's at 7. Alright, well... Third Copter. Oh my god. How good at Magic are you? Like, just... Good for you, opponent. Like, I'm glad that, like, life has worked out for you this well. It's the same position as last game. Like, we have to probably attack with a Tempest Djinn here just to get this off the board and threaten lethal next turn. He doesn't know about the Mutavault, so... But, yeah, I don't want to have to block with the Siren Storm Tamer if I don't have to, because this is super important. So, if I attack with this, he has to block, or, like, I think... Or, I mean, yeah, he's going to block, I assume, so that he can continue to do stuff. And then we can play Mutavault. The Mutavaults can block these, and then this can block this, and that still lets us hold this up for a burn spell. Damn. And that's assuming that, like that this has some way of, like, attacking next turn. I mean, they may not be able to attack with it, so I think they just want to block with it. But we have to get it off the table. But this just puts them that much closer to drawing the second burn spell to win. Discarded Lava Runner, that makes sense. Yeah. They just need 2 burns. Come on, draw a land, please. We can beat land off the top. We can't beat, like, Lightning Strike into Lightning Strike or something like that. Alright, so again, these are threatening to kill you next turn. Okay, well, we managed to get there by the skin of our teeth against the burn deck. That was rough. Alright, well, we definitely want Tidebinder Mage, and I think we probably want Spell Pierce. Yeah, I think so. The the quenches are fine. Like, the disputes are not as good. This is not a blue deck, and this isn't really a Jace deck. Jhin is fine. This is fine. Maybe not Thassa for this one. And I kind of do want Smuggler's Copter. I guess Harbinger is not as good on the draw. They have Copters of their own, so I think we do want to be engaging in that front. The Spell Pierces can help a little bit, but yeah, that's just Harbinger in the draw is not quite as good. I think we have 8 Tempo Bears here, plus Borrower is also a bounce spell as well as a attacker. So that's fine. Basically, like, if we can live long enough and cast Master Waves, then I think we can beat this deck. But that was very close. Like, if they could have had several turns in which they could have drawn the 2 burn spells needed to win, but didn't quite get there. We're learning this slowly but surely. So what we've learned so far is that Oko is just as disgusting in this format as he is in any other format. But also, I think we can beat red deck. I think them not having Lightning Bolt is somewhat of a like we still have most of our really good cards against them, like Pierce and Tidebinder and Master Waves. They lose like a lot of their best cards against us, like Searing Blaze and Lightning Bolt and Rift Bolt and Lava Spike. So I feel pretty good about this. The strategy is essentially the same as Merfolk. Just live long enough until you cast Master of Waves and then win. Alright. Well, on the draw is going to be a lot tougher. We don't have any counter spells in this, and we can't really do anything until like turn 3 or 4. That doesn't seem like a wise plan. I think we can do way better than this. This is definitely way better. I think we're going to put Island in the bottom. Yeah, like turn... Oh, okay, they almost passed their turn. Nothing on turn 1 is a good sign for us, because then if they go like turn 2 Copter, we can just pierce it. And then we can just tempo them out with the Brazen Borrowers, hopefully. Drawing more lands along the way would be nice. Eidolon, that's not great. Alright, it is what it is, though. That's fine. We'll just keep it from attacking us. This burns us, but it also burns them. And this does prevent this from attacking next turn. But we really need to draw more lands. Like, I don't think we can win with just 2. Like, we need to get to 4 badly. Now, he could kill this thing, but he's going to take damage if he kills it. And if he uses like a lightning strike on this, then that means this card is effectively saved us like 5. Well, no, it saves us 3 life. Then that means it's just like counter to lightning strike. Searing Blood. Alright, well, never mind. That one is like one of the better cards in their deck, so. Oh my fucking god. Just passing, I guess. Yep. That's fine. They're playing lands every turn, and we're playing 24 lands in our deck and getting stuck on 2. That's ridiculous. I can understand if this was like the Merfolk mana curve where we have like 20 lands, but no, we have 24 and we cannot get past 2. That's just... Welcome to Magic Online, I guess. Nope. I'm taking this. Alright, I gotta put something on the board. The sad thing is if they have like a bunch of lightning strikes, they can just start unloading them at her face, and this is not a May. They're not even going to have to take damage for it. I'm not happy to play this, but the Borrower is not really any better. Okay, well they missed their window for that, so... I'm not going to attack. I guess I could have played Siren Storm Tamer, but I don't particularly want to do that right now. This is also some 2 damage at her face at any point he wants. I'm totally willing to trade with this thing, I guess, if it attacks now. Goblin Chain Whirler is not something I really want to see here. This might be a little bit too late at this point. Alright. Come on, we just need to live a little bit longer. If we can, I don't know, next turn, if we can survive this turn and draw a land into Master, then that stabilizes the board. But it's not clear if that's enough. Yeah, I guess we just have to take that. So what happens here? If we take this, we go to 4, and he just kills us with Boros Charm. I think I have to block. We have to draw a land so Master of Waves can start blocking this thing. So you can take your 2 damage first. I need that not to be a thing. Use 2 random map ruins. That's not good. We cannot actually cast any more spells while this is on the table. I don't know how we like win this game from this point, unless maybe we just flood out on Master of Waves, but like we are so dead to like anything at this point. This is the only line we have, and it's not a very good one. Like, we needed these lands way, way earlier in the game. It's turn 7. We should not be getting the 4 mana on turn 7. We needed to be at 4 mana on, like, turn 5. Go away. Alright, well, we are fucked. Yeah, no, that just absolutely blows us out. Yeah, so I guess there wasn't really much we could do. Like, we didn't have the opportunity to really stick anything, so do I want Harbinger on the play? Not really. Like, I don't want to be bouncing like Goblin Chain Whirlers, and bouncing their hasty creatures isn't that terribly great either. I think the Copter is just a better card. I think all the rest of these cards are probably better than that. Borrower is somewhat questionable. Maybe this would be better than this. It's hard to say. But our hand just sucked. This is much better, I think. Alright. Again, though, we need to draw lands. Like, if we don't draw mana in the first few turns, then we're not going to win this game. But hopefully Copter and Siren Stormtamer can help get us there. Alright, come on. I think this is a matchup we can win. Like, we have the cards that we need to do it. We just need to get the mana to do it. Okay, that's fine. Come on. No, come on. This is not helpful. Alright, I guess we're going to take this turn to play Copter. And pass. If they try to kill Stormtamer, I'll just animate this and then try to block this thing. But I like doing it like this because then that way we can potentially attack with this next turn and loot to try to find more lands, and also like play Tidebinder and use this ability if we need to. Even if we don't, if they kill this thing, then there's also the option of playing Tidebinder and attacking with this next turn. So that is brave. So what does this mean? They have like Lightning Strike or something in hand. So what if I don't block here? Like, I'm just gonna kill this, right? You know what? If you have a Lightning Strike, I want you to use it on Copter and not Tidebinder Mage. Because next turn, like, I want to Tidebinder this down. I really want to draw an island so I can Tidebinder this down and keep this alive so this doesn't hit us. And I'm fine trading this Copter for a burn spell at the moment, I guess. Yeah, fine. Please, draw a land. Our deck is like a third lands. We should be drawing one like every third card. That's how statistics are supposed to work. God damn, I fucking hate this game. I mean, hey, everybody, yeah, that's fine. So we've gone through 9 cards and we've only seen 2. That's not good. It means we've been getting mana screwed badly. I guess this one. Attack. This is like so frustrating too because we had like we had these cards in both of these games that like if we just curve up, you know, the way that we're supposed to with a third of our deck being land, it's more than that. It's like 40%. Like if we curve up to 4 the way we're supposed to, like we easily just destroy this game, but not like this. This is just giving our opponent every chance in the universe to just blow us out and win. Yeah. And like that, this is probably the best card in their deck against us. Sure, that's fine. Like we're not getting this out anytime soon. They're at 2 cards in hand. Oh, it's about time. Like it almost is too late though. Like I guess what do we do? Like probably just Trickster one of them down and block one of them. I don't like this though because we could go to 8. No, I think we just have to do this safe thing and just do it pre-combat. I could try to eat one of these in combat, but the thing is, if I get this online next turn, then we're alive anyway. And I just want, if we don't, I need to give myself as many turns as possible to draw that land, because our deck hates us. Alright, come on, just... Can you not, please? Oh, fucking hell, why? Why does this happen to me? Alright. Do I do this first, or do I do this first? They have 1 card left in hand. If I play Tempest Shin can actually block this thing, but that's not really good. I think I just need to play Master of Waves, so Master can block this, and then an Elemental can block one of these. And then next turn, if we draw another island, we can play both of these and hopefully stabilize like that. But because of the random map ruins, we're effectively at 7, and then we're also taking a minimum 2 damage, so we're really at 5 life. I can't afford to like be taking more damage than is necessary right now. 3 life. He might have Wild Slash in hand, and that's a card I also cannot afford to play around right now, so... Yeah, if he has Wild Slash, we just die. I'm assuming that he probably doesn't because he would do... Well, yeah, he would... Yeah, okay, so we're at 7. So effectively we're at 3 life because of these 2. Copter. Okay, so Tempest Shin has to come out, I think. Actually, no, it does not. Now we can Trickster the Copter down if he tries to crew it. Yeah, I have to start attacking. Because if I don't attack, I'm not going to win this game. So if he tries to crew the copter, I can just trickster it down. Not a big deal. And if he just attacks with this thing, then I can just block it with trickster. That's also fine. In fact, like, I just cannot win if I don't attack. That's the plan. Trickster was a very good draw that turn. Yeah, our counterspells do not look very good in the face of 5 lands, though. Drawing like Spell Pierce or anything like that is just not going to be terribly helpful. Next turn we can get Tempest Shin out to block this thing. So if he crews and attacks, then that means... Yeah, if he crews it, then we can tap it down, and we can actually attack him back for a lot. Alright. So that helps. I'm hoping that that's going to work out for us. Okay, what do we got? Mutavault is actually fine. Master of Waves means Mutavault is a 3/3, and we can play it in Tempest Shin this turn. So this thing can block the copter. I assume they're going to throw one of these at us. It should. Like, that's... I don't know, they might not be. Like, they're really running dangerous in the race, though, but maybe they have to. Yeah, we're at 5. But we have 2 blockers, and they can only attack with one thing right now. I think we might have this. It's close. They have 2 cards in hand, so if they have like 2 lightning strikes, then we die. But we cannot play around that. They can suicide the copter into the Tempest Shin if they want to try to draw a card. This looks pretty winning for us right now. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, if we just curve up into Master Waves, then this game becomes way easier for us to win. So, I mean, we took our sweet ass time doing it, though. That's for sure. If we had done this like a turn earlier, then I think like our victory would be guaranteed. Whereas here, it's only probable and not guaranteed. If he doesn't do anything, then next turn he just dies because he has to block the Tempest Shin. It's like the biggest thing, and he's still taking, you know, 2, 4, 6, 9 damage. And that means he's going to lose the copter. You know, I don't know what his 2 cards in hand are, though. And also, that's assuming that we draw like a donut. If we draw like another Master of Waves, he just has no hope whatsoever. Well, I guess that's not true. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I guess he's attacking us for 3 at least. He can't crew the copter with that, so... Okay, maybe this is fine. If he crews the copter, doesn't he just die, though? Because this and Master means that he's going to be at 2. And he won't have enough blockers for the rest of these. I don't think he can attack. Like, this seems like suicide. What are you trying to accomplish right now? You don't get to keep this thing. Like, I'm going to get it back. Yeah, we just animate this. You have to discard whatever you drew, so... Yeah, Skewer the Critics is not going to do it here. Alright, well, we win. That's all there is to it. We go to 2, and then he dies. Did he just forget about Mutavault? Or I guess maybe he didn't have another line. Like, if those were his 2 cards, I'm not sure what he could have really done. Because, yeah, this thing just threatened to block that, and... I don't know, maybe he was looking for, like, Fiery Temper. That could have been in his deck. Alright, well... It's close, but we managed to win in the end. Only just barely, though, because, you know, Mana Screw is a thing, but... Somehow we managed to, you know, draw out of it at the very, very last second. If we would have waited, if it would have took one more turn to get that online, like, we definitely would have died. If it would have happened to turn earlier, then we definitely would have won without question. So that was, like, the line where it needed to happen there. Alright, cool. On draw, don't really like this hand. No, I'm gonna mulligan it. This, I think, is actually better, and we'll put a Master on the bottom. The Copter, I think, helps us out here, because now we have a curve that we can play Storm Tamer into Copter. Oh, fuck. Are we up against, like... This could be either Elves or the Saheeli deck again. I'm not really excited to see either one of them, to be honest. No, maybe this is the Delirium deck. Oh, no, no, it's Harden Scales. Yeah, this deck is actually a thing in this format. Okay. I think I have to hold up Quench right now. Because if they play like a Walking Ballista this turn, I have to counter it. I can't! That is so bad for me. I have to, like... Okay, well, that one we're countering. This is like an extra Harden Scales on a stick. But that's their payoff card, so... That's not really where I want to be. They only have one card left in hand, so if it's a land or something that helps, we need to draw an island so that way we can Harbinger this Seer back to their hand. But no, this does not look great. That is super dangerous. We have to draw island. Actually, you know what? No, that helps too. Alright. They have no cards left in hand, so bouncing this thing back to their hand is going to be powerful. I think here I would rather play Harbinger. Yeah. And then I can hold this up later. This probably would be better if it was a blue source, but so be it. Alright, so they drew Llanowar Elves. That's good for us. We can beat Llanowar Elves. That's not really a concern, because... No, that's... Okay, as long as... Like, if they draw Walking Ballista or, like, Hangerback Walker, then we're in some shit. But I think as long as that doesn't happen, then we can theoretically get there. So what do I want to do here? This can block Llanowars. They might be attacking with these, though. There's a good chance I might loot this away. So do I want to attack for 3, or do I want to... Or I could attack for 4 this turn, put them to 10, and then just take a bunch of damage. I could take 2, 4, 6, and go to 9. It's not great, but I might have to do that. Alright. I need to like do this before they find something. Yeah, we're getting rid of Tempest Shin. Master of Waves was a great draw here. Or I mean, Mutavault, so we can get Master of Waves online. Alright, dodge Walking Ballista. Because if I think... Alright, yeah, that was sick. Alright, I think we've got this. Now they are in some shit, because this race is not going to be easy for them to win. Steel Overseer as a payoff is not very good at the moment. So let's see here. I can Trickster something down and bounce something. So let's see. If they have 3 blockers, is that enough for them to win? So let's see. That's already... I don't think so, right? If they only have 3 blockers, and that means they can block 3 of these tokens, and then they take 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I think that means they're dead. There's not any point to doing that. Alright, I think this wins. Alright, good. Well, that was scary because we could have very easily lost to that at any point if they had drawn like 1 payoff spell, so... Very, yeah, alright. I think I want Tidebinder Mage for this. What else? Trickster? I don't know if Trickster is actually that good here. It's sort of okay. It's... I don't know, it could also be like one of these cards that go. Actually, you know what? See, I don't like this either, but like Master of Waves might also be the thing that has to go, because like if they do play Walking Ballista, like they can kill it so ridiculously easy. Alright. Whereas like Trickster has some play to it, and like you can tap down their mana guys, and also like if they're gonna try to you Trickster down on a snake or something in response to them playing a spell, like keeps counters off of it. Ugh. I don't know, like, do we cut Master of Waves against this deck? Like, there's also a good chance that they're playing Assassin's Trophy, which does just kill it really easily, but I don't think that we can do much about that either. Yeah, Thassa seems really strong. Copter seemed like it was pretty good too. I think Borrower was okay there. You know what? Maybe Borrower is not actually as good. Again, for the same, it has flying and it can bounce like Steel Overseer, I guess. I'm gonna cut Trickster. The other question is, do I want Spell Pierce against this deck? If you spell pierce like Harden Scales really quickly, like that's probably fine, but I don't think there's a lot of other things that this is going to counter that matter. Alright, we'll bring in 2 of these. Oh, let's try it like this and see if it works. I don't know, like, I don't know these lists, like, everything's still new, so I'm not sure what's going to be good and what's not here. Ceremonious Rejection would probably be good against this deck. This is okay. I think we gotta keep this. Yeah. He mulled to 6, that's a good sign. Spell Pierce on the draw is not super great, because if they start out with Hardened Scales, like, this doesn't do very much, but so be it. Like, if they start out with, like, Llanowar Elves, then Tidebinder still kind of does something. And we can tap down Llanowar, so... Alright. Okay, that's good. Pass. Yep, I can't stop that. I think we just have to hold up Quench here and counter whatever their next thing is. Like, this is a card that's probably very good. Stone Coil, protection from multicolored and trample. That's just gonna... That's a thing, like, they can make this a lot bigger with, Oh yeah, never mind, this isn't a double X thing. That's stupid. Well, what, I just wasted that for no reason. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to throw this away. I guess maybe it stopped him from doing something else that turn, but... This isn't where I really want to be. Like, if they play Walking Ballista now, like, it's not good. Yeah, that's happening. Yeah, they don't really want to trade this right now. Let's get our devotion first. Alright. If he had Fatal Push, then yes, so be it. So this thing's going to get 4. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, we need to bounce it. But bouncing, it's not even a good plan. Like, we need Ceremonious Rejection, and it's not in the sideboard. This, yeah, I don't know. These Spell Pierces don't really feel very good. I'm not even, like, a huge fan of Master here. That's terrible. Maybe on the play these are better, because they can counter Harden Scales, but, like... This is losing ridiculously. That wasn't particularly good. Yeah, no. Just playing, like... These things are going to get so insanely huge. This is going to be an 8/8 trampler, and, like, this is being a 6/6, and this is a 6/6. Like, no. Is there anything I can really do here? I don't think there is. Like, Thassa doesn't really do anything. Master of Waves doesn't really do anything. None of these feel like winning plans. Pass, I guess. We're almost definitely just dead to this. I don't know why I wasted this stupid thing on this. Like, for some reason, I thought this was like Hanger Back where it was double X, but no, this card is just stupid. Like, and yeah, it's like a almost strictly better Endless one. All right, yeah, we're fucked. We're done. that was just enough. And they have Abrupt Decay, so like these Pierces are probably just terrible. Like, it's not countering that ever. I guess maybe I want this instead. Yeah, this is not really where I want to be. Like, this deck is just tough. It's our arch nemesis, Harden Scales. There's no Karn the Great Creator or Collector Oath to oppress this deck in this format. There are some cards we could sideboard. Like I said, if we had a Ceremonious Rejection, that'd be good here. But no, one land is not going to do it. I guess we're going to keep this. Oh, shit. What do we do here? This is a very slow draw. Guess Master of Waves in the bottom. Oh, alright, well. Yeah, this is still not a very good 6, but, like, I don't think that it's getting any better at 5, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, Thoughtseize. Yeah, that's also kind of... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what they take. Like, they're all kind of about the same here. This is just the tempo play if they want to take this, but... yeah. We have to play the island like 100% next turn, just in case we draw the third island, so we can play this. But, like, also anything, like, if we draw another island and then we draw another Jin, like, that's another reason playing island in turn 2 matters. Because there's no way we're attacking with this. Alright, so yeah, that makes sense. Take Thassa. So we can play the Jin and then crew the Copter and get in. If we draw a land. If not, we can actually play Mutavault and crew it with the Mutavault. He has Fatal Push, doesn't he? He might not, but I don't think... Do I have any reason to run into this? I don't really want to. I feel like he has Fatal Push. That doesn't make like it. Yeah, that seems to like what was the case, but it could just be like Hanger Back or something that's going to happen now. Oh God, no! This is just getting absurd. Are you? Oh God, no! All right, well. All right, let's do this now, I guess. If they have it, they have it. How did I know that? Alright, well, hopefully he has no payoff cards, but, like, if he plays anything, we are just in a world of hurt. That's not a good sign. Okay. That's not a payoff. That's the payoff, alright. Fucking 5 counters already. Could that thing actually kill us next turn? Is that possible? I don't think we're dead to it next turn, so I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to play another Tempest in and then play Master of Waves next turn. Hope that he doesn't draw anything and that elemental tokens can chump block him forever. Yeah. Alright. Alright, if he draws anything, though, like... that looks like something. Oh, no! That's... Alright, well, that's still not the end of the world. He doesn't have a way to sacrifice this, but We should be able to chump block it with Master of Waves. He can just make like a bajillion mana, but he can't actually like win with it yet. And he can just add a counter to this, and then it'll add like a million counters. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's not fine, but that's happening. I think we can theoretically beat that. We have no choice but to just play Master of Waves here. I guess I should have not tapped the Mutavault. Or I should have left the island up, but alright. We just have to not die this turn. Alright, I need you to brick for one more turn. Can you do that for me? Yeah. Fucking 10 counters. Alright, brick for one turn. Because if you don't play something that deals with these, you lose. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Brutal. Okay, well, that was extremely stupid. Yeah, I think that really came down to just luck of the draw there, because, like, we were extremely vulnerable. If they drew, like, a Fatal Push and just killed off their own Hangerback Walker, like, just getting, like, 10 Thopters is probably enough. Ugh. It might have been, yeah, like, I have to imagine that it could have been enough. They could have got, like, 20 Thopters, actually. Yeah, that would have been terrible, so. Alright. Well, you know what? So far, this is alright. Alright, on the play, this is good. This is terrible. Why do we keep having this happen? We have 24 fucking lands in the deck, and we just keep drawing these one-lander. Oh my... Did you not hear me when I said 24 lands? Like, where are they? They kept 7. Like, what do we do here? Like, oh, this is awful. I guess we throw away Island and Quench? Maybe... Throw away Island and Tempest Djinn, I guess. There's no guarantee that we're going to actually get to cast it. And all these things we can do at flash speed, so... Alright, Swamp, Thoughtseize, okay. So there's a lot of things we could be up against, the same deck as last time. This could also be like Esper or Mono Black Control. There's like a billion Thoughtseize decks. But I'm guessing it's not a 3-color one. Taking Quench, alright, that means maybe there's like Pack Rat or something. I don't know, it could still be Harden Scales, like, that's possible. We're gonna find out, like, right now. He just looks like Mono Black. Thoughtseize, okay. Yeah. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to play this Merfolk Trickster, and I accidentally just passed the turn before I could stop it. Why can I not just, like, pass through his turn, like, I guess, unless he does something or it becomes the end step, like, it's either, I don't know, just, that's my fault. It's not something I would have done in paper, but it is a mistake that I made because the controls of this game are just weird. I really want to do like a video about like the MTGO controls, because I think that like I do computer science for a living, and I can tell you like the controls of this game suck. Like they're absolutely just terrible. It is so ridiculously unintuitive. They haven't done anything yet. Alright, this leads me to believe maybe they just have a bunch of removal spells. We might just see like double Fatal Push. We have 4 cards in hand. What are they? I'm assuming that it's got to be like Gray Merchants or something. No, okay, Llanowar Waste, so maybe this is like the stupid Harden Scales deck. What the fuck is this in? You know what? This might be the Whip of Erebus deck. That makes sense. Assassin's Trophy, yeah, that's a good one. They took, what, Forest? Okay. Alright, I guess Thassa would be probably a good draw right now. That's not terrible either. If they're going to lose all this life for Thoughtseize, let's really punish them for it. Even though we're on a mold of 5, like, Thoughtseize on a double Thoughtseize on a mold of 5 is like one of the most brutal things that can happen to you in Magic. It's not good. But at least we're sort of making this a game. Vraska, okay. Does that do anything? I'm assuming you are gonna... It has 1 loyalty counter on it. That means the Siren Storm Tamer can just kill this thing. Okay. That's fine, we can flash that in. He's got 3 cards left, like, I'm curious what they are. And I'm not really sure what it is that they're playing just yet. This might just be like... Yeah, I feel like this is probably the Whip of Erebus deck. Yeah, with their Traverse... Okay, so this is like the Delirium version, so they probably have stuff like Emrakul or something. They have 5 card types, and yeah, it's... Okay, Spider. Makes sense. It has Reach, and it makes a bunch of tokens. So, like, this Brazen Borrower is not very good here. I guess we're just going to bounce a token. Because playing a 3-1 is not very good against this. So we need Thassa. Thassa can help us push through this. Why are you paused here? You can't do anything about this. It also doesn't help that our sideboard does not have like any graveyard hate to really do anything against this deck. Well, I can't really attack, but at least playing the island lets us hold up this and this. Yeah, they're almost at the point where they can just start trying to drain us with this every turn. Because we can't attack through this. Yeah, that's pretty good. That walls this off pretty nicely. That is useless. It does not do anything. Yeah, they can just start making this huge. Our chances of winning are just evaporating now. I think if we weren't on a mold of 5, I think we could have had a very good chance here, but not like this. Like they're already at the point where they're stabilizing and we are out of gas. Fuck that shit. I am not dealing with that. Yeah, I have to take this. I guess Master of Waves could be okay here. Thassa, okay, that's great. Now we can actually start getting in there. Okay. Thassa, I need you. You can start making us attack for almost lethal. Now their attacks are not particularly good. If they can kill one of... Well, they can't really kill one of these because we have Storm... No, fucking goddamn it! Why did I open my mouth? Of course they have Abrupt Decay. Why would they not have an Abrupt Decay? The one thing that this cannot counter. Like, if it was Assassin's Trophy, we could have actually done something about it. Okay, I have to counter this. And then I opened my mouth again and he had Assassin's Trophy, of course. And now, like, our chances of winning are just going out the window. Yeah, okay. Well, we are in some deep doo-doo right now. There's no cards in hand. We have to scry to something that is going to activate Thassa. That actually might do the job. We're going to put that on top. We're going to cast this Harbinger of the Tides. We're going to bounce this stupid Scavenging Ooze. I'm not bouncing this thing. That's suicide. Okay, so I can attack with Thassa and make it unblockable, and then he has the option of gaining a bunch of life, but maybe theoretically I can kill him next turn. So the thing is... 3, so I'm at 8, so that's 5, 6, 7. I probably have to block the tokens here, but I think I can take these to the face. Because theoretically, if he... 3, so there are 3 creatures in the graveyard, right? Yeah. So he can make this a 5. Alright, so I actually do have to block this thing. Damn it. So I'm going to need to draw, like... That means if he attacks with everything, though, like, maybe I can still get there. Okay. Alright, Thassa has to attack him for 5. That's the only way this works. I also need... If he draws another land, then I lose, so... Drawing a land is death. So if he goes up to 6... no, I don't know. I don't think I might not be able to get there through here. This was like this was a turn too late, I think. Even if he didn't have like the trophy, it's tough because I need to be able to get in with 2 things. Okay. And if I don't block this, then I'm dead. Because he will just eat 3 things out of the graveyard. Oh, but you know what? If he uses the Llanowar Waste, he doesn't gain a life for that. Okay. Alright, so maybe there's a chance. Because he has to take a damage for that. Yep. So I think we just need something that costs blue next turn, right? Because he can gain 1 more life here. All right, good. All right, so here we go. This is our chance. Thassa, do it for us, please. No, not that. Oh, God damn it! Why? Why do you do this to me? Come on. We had the chance, damn it. Alright, well, we're dead now. we are just dead. We had a chance. We drew like another Trickster or Harbinger. then Thassa would come alive and he could attack, or she could attack and then actually kill him. But damn it, we were so close. All right, well, we want Tidebinder Mage for sure against this match. What about the rest of these? I think the rest of these cards are actually fine. I don't really want these. So like, what do we want? We're on the play. Maybe we want to take out Harbinger of the Tides. Keep in these. I think this is fine. We'll do it like this. If we had not mulled to 5, I think that we absolutely could have won that game. But all right, this hand is okay. I think we keep this. It's not perfect, but we don't really have the payoff cards for this, but we have, you know, lands in order to cast them at some point and things that interact with them to push through damage for a little while, so we can try to hold them off until we can draw something better. I don't think this is worth mulliganing, but I could be wrong. They mulligan to 6, that's a good sign. We were 1 card away from winning, and we just had to top deck like a Trickster or a Harbinger. That would have done the job, but we just couldn't find it. Well, we gave it our best, so Island, go. We're gonna... No Thoughtseize, that's good. Well, that's a little bit late. I think what I'm gonna do is play Trickster at the end of turn, and then I'll hold up... actually, maybe Storm Tamer's worth playing now because it can protect the Tidebinder Mage next turn. I don't want to play this too early. I think we're gonna go Trickster, and then we'll see how we want to go from there. So, pass. All right, what do you got? Because if you play Scavenging Ooze, maybe I do want to like play Tidebinder. All right, well, if you're gonna Thoughtseize, I am gonna play Trickster because I want to be able to attack next turn. So you can take whatever you want. I think you probably take this card. That's my guess. This card seems pretty good. No, he took Borrower. That's surprising. You have Fatal Push? Because if you have Push, you're just going to do it anyway, so... Yeah, okay. There's no way for me to play around Fatal Push there. If I attacked first, he just pushes it regardless, so it didn't really matter what I did there. Yep. Okay. Well, Tidebinder can tap that down at least. It's not really the card I want to be Tidebindering, though. I might need to hold on to this. At the same... you know what? Okay, that probably changes my mind a little bit. Let's just be on the aggro plane, because we have Quench to like help us push through a little bit. Okay. Because then next turn we can attack for 6. Get a decent clock going. I guess we're just hoping not to see Scavenging Ooze. Okay, this is good. We can probably... Yeah, absolutely not. Get that shit out of here. That's good. I think we're going to hold that up for right now. This way we can keep our Storm Tamers online. Return target permanent from your graveyard to your hands. Okay, so you're gonna return Liliana, I'm guessing. That's, or like, actually, like, you can probably return that. That makes the most sense. Do what we can do. We are close. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Did you keep Fatal Push for this thing too? Alright, well I think actually if we draw Thassa we can theoretically get there. Because we can just make this unblockable. No, yeah, alright. Well, Thassa's kind of where we need to be right now. Master of Waves is also fine. He gets to make 3 spiders. Which means I can't really attack into it profitably. So you can just block with this, and that's bad. That was good. This means, like, next turn we can kill him. So right now, yeah, we have 7 attackers. Oh. No! Liliana, you just drew another Liliana and killed off Master of Waves. That sucks. Alright. Pass. Can't do anything yet. Nope. Thassa off the top wins the game with Jin. Languish on top, that's not terribly good. We only really have one more turn to do this. Because next turn this is going to kill this. And then this line is going to get... Like, this Courser is going to take the game out of control for us. What? Oh yeah, you Liliana. No. I mean, I guess attacking with it doesn't really make sense. Yep, he's at 3. Now, like, this, we got really close, but, like, the language was too much. I didn't have an answer to deal with this. Yeah, okay. We're still at a point where Thassa could theoretically kill him, though. So how greedy do you want to get? Alright, he's giving us a chance. Well, Copter is actually pretty good here. The thing is, if I play Tempest in, like, that kind of forces him to do this. Alright, you know what? I need him to like cast this fucking Languish. Because that way I can start using Mutavault and Copter to attack him. Alright. Well, Traverse is also really bad because that just also gets like Emrakul probably and wins. Oh, this we had a chance, but they just did not quite get there. Yeah, I assume you're getting Emrakul. You can probably like almost definitely cast it, right? No, not quite. Like 7, like it's 13. You only have 5 card types, so you're 1 short right now. But you are getting it, so yeah, it's 13. So you can't do it this turn. Okay. If you don't cast this Languish, like you're giving. Do you have another one, right? Yeah, yeah. Because I saw you draw it off the top of your deck. That's not good. So now next turn he can definitely cast Emrakul. Fuck. I don't know what else we can do here. All these lines are losing at this point. He's gonna just like suicide us with Emrakul anyway, so I don't know. I guess the best thing to do is just attack. Yeah, like none of this is winning. It doesn't really matter. Cool. He's gonna ultimate this next turn. If I attack with Mutavault, it just gets blocked here, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, we've just lost this game. That's just all there is to it. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is, so yeah, that makes sense. They can just suicide this into this next turn. Again, we had a few turns where, like, if we top decked Thassa, we could have actually just killed him, but did not get there. Nope. This was just too much to deal with. There's no hope of coming back from this, because even if we draw Thassa, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, we're dead. There's nothing we can draw that turns us around, so yeah, that match was like a complete slaughter. Mold of 5, and then, like, again, we were close in both games, but I don't know. Just not quite where we need to be. I kind of don't like... I don't know, maybe that we need a different sideboard to try to address that. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to think about it. Alright, that's our last match. We're up against Fairy Princess. Alright, on the play. Let's see if we can win this. This seems like a perfectly fine hand on the play. Mold to 6, that's good. That means this Quench is going to be much better when they're behind on cards already. We can hold these up and see what's going to be better. We kept 6 cards, so let's see what we're up against. Alright, Once Upon a Time, so Blooming Marsh. Damn it, we're out like this deck again. Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna pass. See what he does this turn. Unclaimed territory. Oh, okay. Elf. Alright, we're up against elves. Alright, interesting. Growth Chamber Guardian. Do I care about this? Yeah, that actually represents a bunch of card advantage for him, so let's not let him do it. Yeah, because when he adapts it next turn, then he gets to search for more of them. So we'll just play Thassa and start scrying for better stuff. There is a non-zero chance we might want to play or do something with Mutavault next turn. We might cast Trickster and then use Mutavault, so... Okay, so Elf Tribal. Elves actually has a lot of their stuff in this format. They have Lords. Unfortunately, Merfolk doesn't really have Lords in this format. They have one, so... Otherwise, we'd be doing that. I think if we had one more Lord, Merfolk would be fine, but we're stuck kind of with this. Steel Leaf Champion, okay. That's okay. We can definitely Trickster this thing down next turn. Yes, I would love to keep that on top. Because I can do both this and this turn, and then follow it up with either this or this. Yeah, it's not good, but what are you going to do? Went into elite. Yeah. I guess here we're just going to we're going to petty theft this thing. The good news is Thassa is going to be able to attack this turn if we want her to. I don't think I want that. That actually is slightly better. So I can attack him for 5 and he can't do anything, and then next turn I can attack him for like a lot of damage too. This is a race I think we can win. Making all of our creatures unblockable is going to be strong, because we can attack in the air, and we can also attack with this. If we draw a land, I think we can attack with Mutavault unblockably too. I don't know if we are going to want to, but definitely can. Okay. Yeah, they don't really have good attacks. That actually is a very good draw. I think we want to keep that on top. And then they are dead next turn. We can just make 2 creatures unblockable and they die. And if we put a land on top of our deck, then we can make 3 creatures unblockable and they die. Okay. I don't understand what the point of this is. Do you just want to feel like you did some damage to me this turn? Okay. I think that you are dead and you know that you're dead. Oh, I understand. You attacked with this because you wanted to be able to use Deathrite Shaman to exile it and gain 2 life. That makes sense. But, yeah, this doesn't seem winning. Because we know you have Steel Leaf Champion in your hand, so that's fine. We win. Nah. I don't need another one. Yep, okay. So, yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, Tempest Djinn seems really good against this deck. Actually, you know what else is very good against this deck? Tidebinder Mage. Maybe Jace is also fine. Like, a lot of... Like, this seems like this should be a fairly decent match for us. What about Smuggler's Cut? Like, Harbinger is okay. Maybe Trickster is not as good here. Quench is going to lose value very quickly, especially in the draw. The only thing that we're kind of worried about is Collected Company. Like, maybe Quench hits something like Steel Leaf Champion, but I don't really believe in this card. I think Spell Pierce is probably better. It's also tough. I assume that we probably want Smuggler's Copter because it attacks with flying. Same thing with like Borrower because it can bounce the stupid Steel Leaf Champion. Yeah, Master just seems really strong too. Alright, we'll do it like this. I think we should have a pretty good match against this deck. They don't have like the ridiculous like Heritage Druid Nettle Sentinel combos in their deck at this point. And they don't have like Azuri either, so they're just kind of on a fair go wide creature plan, but we're on a very evasive big beater creature plan. This is kind of sketchy. They kept 7 cards. I don't think we can keep this. This is a little bit better. Put 1 Siren Storm Tamer in the bottom. I don't really need 2 of them, I think. Yeah, it's fine. It means Steel Leaf is probably coming down. Yep. This would be a good turn for Tidebinder, but no. Next turn, Tempest Djinn. We're not blocking, so we may as well attack. Tempest Djinn and then Master of Waves, and We might need to use the Tempest Shin to block this. Because this kills us very quickly. No, no, not another one. Please, not another one. I don't think I can beat 2 of these. Oh, fuck. Turn 2 Steel Leaf, turn 3 Steel Leaf is a curve that it's one of the ways that they can definitely like just do stupid shit against us. I don't really think this is what I want to be casting right now. We're going down to 4. We really need to draw something like one of the 2-mana tempo bears next turn. I can't block it this turn. I have to go to 4. But then next turn, hopefully I can trade Tempest Shin with one of these things and then like use a Tempo Bear to lock the other one down. And somehow we will bullshit our way into like stabilizing if that's the case. Even if we draw another Tempest Shin, that might be fine. But I mean, the fact that we're going down to 4 and they're playing a bunch of like mana dorks or just a bunch of like 1/1s and 2/2s is still pretty bad for us. So we need to deal with these and then not die to the rest of them. Yeah, blocking is not an option here. This has to be able to trade with this, and we can only do that next turn. We die. Okay, good game. Alright, did they just kill us on turn 4? Fuck. That's... Yeah, that was a turn 4 kill from Elves in the draw. Alright, well, Shaman of the Pact is a thing. Alright. Maybe on the play, Quench is going to be better. Yeah, I feel like that has to be the case. Maybe Trickster is also better because we can, like, lock them down faster. I don't know, like... What do we cut here? Like, we... Storm Tamer is not, like, super amazing. Whatever. We're gonna cut this card. Half the time we're not gonna do anything in turn 1 anyway. Our 2 drops are the thing that are important. This is fine, I think. We have things we can do in turn 2. And if, again, this is just like every other hand. If we draw lands, we win. And if we don't draw lands, we probably are not going to win. Okay, so let's do this. If we can win this one, then we finish strong. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that's terrible, but our opponent is just kind of screwed because they kept a no-land hand. It's alright. Yeah. Yeah, he just conceded. I was going to say, these things happen. Alright, well, I think that hand could have got there against Elves. I think that we had a decent chance. I don't know about how I feel about this counter suite. Like, I feel like maybe, like, I can understand this, and I just maybe some number of these need to be ceremonious rejections. I don't know. There's other things to look at. Like Jace felt fine against Saheeli, but at the same time, it also sort of didn't. Like maybe we might need these a little bit less if we're playing Quenches in the main deck, because I really would like some hard counter magic. If we could get something, you know, like maybe Wizard's Retort. Retort might be a little bit stronger in the sideboard. That it's hard to say. Like we lost against like when they just jammed like a billion planeswalkers with a billion mana, so like these spells didn't end up doing that much. The Dispute was a little bit better, but I don't know. Like I could definitely see where Spell Pierce could be good, but yeah, I don't know. Tidebinder seemed fine. Honestly, I kind of want to see if I can find room to play some Kopalas in this deck, or maybe even in the sideboard. This card seems like it'd be good with like a lot of the stuff that we're playing already, but it's not entirely necessary. It's just, it's probably, maybe we don't need this, but it's definitely something I've thought about because it does protect Master of Waves from like Walking Ballista. Fortunately, we didn't see the ballistas. We just saw everything else, and we managed to like dodge the rest of this stupid nonsense. So, there's also this card. Like I think Roland has been, or yeah, Rothgar is like playing this in his version of the deck, and this is kind of like the Blue Devotion version of Mirror Regery. So it's pretty powerful, and it also draws a billion cards in the late game, which is definitely not insignificant. I don't know. Like there's a lot of ways that you can change this deck up. You know, we don't have Relic, but we do have stuff like Grafdigger's Cage and Tormod's Crypt and a few other things. So there are some options for the sideboard. I am not totally sold in this Jace because I think like in a matchup like Saheeli combo, I don't want to be tapping 4 mana to play this and then just die to like anything. Because Oko obviously did not give a shit about this thing. He just made like a billion elk tokens regardless and just came at us. So maybe Sorceress Spyglass is a better way to go for this, because Spyglass can still name Saheeli, but also name like Oko if that's what they're on. Yeah, that's reasonable. And then Spyglass can also come in against some of the other decks, like maybe bring it in against Harden Scales and just nail like Ballista or Hangerback, or even like what the fuck is Steel Overseer, stuff like that. Just name their like payoff cards for the deck. Yeah, but there are plenty of options. I also am not sure that I really care for all 4 Mutavaults in here. Despite the fact that we run 24 lands, like half the time it just seemed like we were getting mana screwed. I don't know, like maybe we just, the brown lands do not help cast like half of these cards regardless, so maybe we just like shave like 1 or 2 Mutavaults and then just play like more stuff in the main deck. Well, it's an option. We'll see. Like this deck's definitely going to evolve as time goes on, but I think Mono Blue is very powerful, especially like when you can get like Thassa and Master of Waves online. Like these are very, very strong cards in this format, and if they basically say the opponent does not deal with them, they lose. So I do think that something that deals with the graveyard might be a good idea. There is a few different things, like I think there's also like Sentinel Totem. That might be a card, because something for the Delirium deck might make sense. That seems to be a deck that's good, that's around. So like, yeah, there's this format's shaping up to be pretty wild. You can play a ton of different viable decks at the moment, and nobody really seems to know what's going on, so they're just jamming whatever. So yeah, I'm just glad Master of Waves has a home again. That's what I'm happy to see. Like, I have nice shiny foils and paper, and yeah, I have tons of these elemental tokens that it makes, and now they're going to actually get to do something again. That makes, you cannot imagine how happy that makes me, and brings joy to my heart. I'm also, yeah, like I guess Copter is also fine. It's really weird because it doesn't really add to Thassa at all, but at the same time it also is like flying and helps us dig through our deck. Maybe if we play less lands we might not need it as much. because we'll flood a little bit less, but this is a consistency tool, and it's a pretty good aggro plan. Copter effectively gives all your creatures haste. There might be appropriate times to side it out where I wasn't siding it out. Surely that might be the case, so I don't know, we'll figure this out as we go along, but I think that Pioneer is going to find its way into our rotation somewhat. I don't know exactly how I'm going to continue going forward with playing different formats, but I'm going to try my best to make sure that you get a little bit of everything. So even if there's like a week or two that like there's not one particular format, like I'm going to give attention to all three of them, despite the fact that doing so is going to make it harder to keep up with each of them. That's fine. I know that everybody has their different thing, and I want everybody to be able to see like the stuff that they like to watch. So we'll do what we can to keep everybody happy. So, all right. Oh, that's all I've got time for today. So I hope that everybody enjoyed watching this, and yeah, we will definitely be doing this again soon. All right. Take it easy, everybody.